spend a day in the life with me and the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. I will show you all the settings that I am using today, and starting off with Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi will always be turned on and I will use most of the time inside. Then with data, it's on auto connect up to 5G. Now the display is dark mode always, with adaptive brightness. The motion I'm going to have as adaptive. And the screen mode I will set as vivid, as I like just everything to be more vibrant. Next up, the battery. I'm not going to have the power saving turned on. The last bit always on display is going to be turned on. A quick fit check before I leave, and I'm putting the phone in the pocket. And to be honest, it's a small phone, but it still isn't comfortable to have in your pocket. It digs into my thighs when I bend my legs. I mean, it looks nice in my pocket, don't get me wrong. It sticks out a tiny bit, but I would rather prefer to put the phone in my jacket pocket or in a handbag. So I'm taking this video on the front camera, and right now the sun is really hitting me, so I don't know if the quality is gonna be good. I'm in the car right now because we're gonna go for a drive, and it's like a museum if I can find it. I'm gonna use Google Maps as well to get me there, because I don't know where it is. And yeah, so the plan is go to the museum, take some photos and videos there. Then I'm gonna go wash my car because I'm just gonna show you like the video. And yeah, it's very, very dirty. So we're gonna get that done and then do some food shopping and then come back inside and just chill, use social media, watch some Netflix, stuff like that. So yeah, let's get this day going. Using Google Maps on Z Fold 6 feels a little bit different because the front screen is 6.3 inches, but because the screen is rounded, it loses 0.1 inches. It does feel slightly compressed, so it's some getting used to. However, the screen is very bright, so it's clear to see everything. And we are here. This place was so great. It had stuff inside and also outside, so it was like a perfect opportunity for me to test out the camera, and I took a lot of photos and videos. The photos came out nice, the colors were vibrant and everything was so distinct. The video quality is also good. The zoom is not what I expected compared to the rest of the camera quality, because when I zoom in, I think this was around 2 times zoom, and then I zoomed in to 10 times, and then the quality did get worse and it's a bit blurry and fuzzy. But overall, like the pictures, this is the ultra wide photo and this is like the extra zoom times 30, and it came out great. So the pictures come out really nice. It's just some features of the video do lack a bit of quality.
Effectively, you're being fired as a bullet out of a gun, and then this parachute will come out and that will slow you down.
Oh,
then there's a thing around here, which is that's set at 10,000 feet.
Oh, okay.
So if you're above 10,000 feet, this would lock and it wouldn't allow you out of the seat. And you'd be breathing oxygen from a bottle here. And when you got below 10,000 feet, when you had enough air to breathe, then that would release and you'd be released from the seat.
The best feature of a foldable phone is you can select screen preview on the front cover, so you can use the back camera to take a selfie, but you can still see yourself in the front screen. And you can also take control on the front screen and take a picture from there. So I found this really cool, and as you can see, all my selfies look really sharp and nice. Because it's a bright day today, the screen is using its full-on brightness. I can still see everything really well, like especially on the main screen, everything's really clear. I was inside one of the plane jets and I was facing the sun, so we are getting a bit of a sun flare. And I really like this ultra wide picture. Just left the museum now, and it is 1:37 p.m. and we're on 67% battery. So after all the videos and photos I've taken, that's the battery, which is not bad. Once I got in my car, I was just replying to my messages on WhatsApp. But I'm just going to have a little chat with Gemini now, and it does take a bit of time to get used to the smaller keyboard on the front screen. So most of the time I'll probably be using the front screen keyboard just because I can use it with one hand, and yeah, it does take quite a while because it feels like a mini keyboard. It was a cute moment because it wished me the best of luck in my video and gave me a bit of a push to say that my video is going to be good. So yeah, if you are still watching my video, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe. I am back inside and I'm just going to chill and actually use the Z Fold 6 main screen for now since I'm nice and comfortable. I'm gonna go on some social media and have a look at the display and everything. Forgot to mention, so it's now around 2 o'clock and the phone battery didn't drop much, so it's down to 64% now. I'm looking through the stories and I just came across this S25 Ultra story, and I realized I haven't picked a color yet to order. So if you guys have any recommendations on the best color for the S25 Ultra, let me know. I think I do like the bluey, I don't know if it's purple or blue that I saw that I really liked, so I might go for that. But yeah, as I said, like viewing things on the main screen is just really nice because it's like zoomed in, but it's also kept its amazing quality, and I love the colors on the screen, like everything is popping, it's vibrant, so I just really enjoy using the main screen for social media. Typing experience on the main screen is very comfortable. At first I did have a split keyboard and I found that quite confusing. I just changed it back to the standard keyboard and now it's like it fits me so well. I'm just picking out a picture to post on the story, and once I post it, like it's just kept its quality. And I also got the iPhone 15 Pro Max to compare how my photo would look on other phones. The tiny small difference I see is that on the iPhone screen, the colors are much like vibrant, like the red looks a lot more reddish. I've also got a picture that I want to use the AI feature on. What I want to do is basically, I have the plane and I'm going to circle the plane because I want to put it up in the air so that it looks like it's flying, and then I will fill in the background from where I picked it up from. I just click on the button below and then it fills out the background for me, and at first it didn't work, but then I just pressed it again and then finally it's done its thing and it looks really good. I went on to some TikTok as well from the front screen, and as you're watching something on the front screen and you open the Z Fold 6 to the main screen, everything that you was doing, it gets transferred over. So I really like this because it picks up from where you was. Now, time for some shopping. now for the results. I can finally see myself and it's all clean. Back in again, and it is now 5:14 and the battery is 48%. I must say I really like the lock button because it's really smooth, it works so fast, and it just reminds me of the iPad Air. Volume button and the lock button are on the same side, so I struggle if I don't have my two hands to take a screenshot. Even when I fold the phone and I'm using one hand, I'm seriously like struggling to take a screenshot, and sometimes I see something and I just want to quickly screenshot it whilst I'm using one hand and my other hand's like doing something else. So it was like impossible to do. I mean, I'd done it eventually, but it took me too long to do it. Okay, I've been meaning to update my thumbnail, my YouTube channel thumbnail for a while because like my name changed and everything. So I'm just on Canva. I'm trying to, I don't know if I want the same design and just change like the text or if I should completely create like a new thumbnail. So I'm just going to experiment. All I can say is so nice and smooth to use the main screen on the Z Fold 6. Like it picks up whatever you want it to pick up. It's very responsive. And voila, that is my finished thumbnail. So it went from this to this, and I'm so happy because it looks much more mature and professional. But I got a little bit carried away because it is now 7:16 p.m. and we're on 25%. So I'm getting a little bit worried. But moving on, I needed to watch an episode of Lost, the TV show. So I'm just watching that right now on the big screen. And I really like watching videos on the main screen because it's, as I said before, it's like gentle to my eyes. So it's comfortable for me to watch like a lot of shows in one go. The time is 8:43 and we're on 17%. So for the last few percentages of the battery, I'm going to look at some gaming, and the graphics are really cool. The phone was responsive when I was gaming, so it's a cool experience, but usually I would like to connect my controller. It is currently nearly 10 p.m. We are at 3% of battery. I wrote a few notes to help me remember the things I wanted to say throughout the day. Let me start off with the battery first because this is like the whole point of this. I started at 100% battery. It was from 10 a.m. and it got to 3% battery by around 10 p.m. So overall, the battery lasted me 12 hours. The top 3 apps that drained battery were the graphics design app, Canva, the camera, and Netflix. I used these apps continuously for the longest time. This is like the first day I'm actually using data and Wi-Fi and everything combined. But I believe if I really wanted to save battery, I would have made better choices today. But I wanted to test the phone out to the limit, so this is what we got. Oh, also to mention, when I was using the camera, once I was in the daylight, the brightness was maxed out. Favorite part is the display. Like, I honestly love it. It's so vibrant and I enjoy doing everything on the main screen. It's a great screen. Another part of it is I can be productive too. And as I said, with the display, the screen feels really smooth to the touch. Next thing is camera. I actually like the camera. I don't know, I've seen a lot of videos saying, oh, it's not as great as the S24 Ultra, but I think taking photos is great. Like selfies with the back camera are amazing. And I love that feature where you can use the back camera to take a selfie and you can see yourself on the cover screen. I think videos were a tiny bit not as great as they could be. I think it was like the lighting and how long it took to focus. The AI tools are also good on the Z Fold 6. I think it's a lot better when you can do stuff on the biggest screen. So for like the AI photos, I know today I haven't tried out everything. Like I still need to try out the multitasking aspect of the phone. So like multitasking, splitting the screens up and having like 3 screens on your phone. I am happy I got this phone and I could try my first fold phone. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!